What is going on, guys? My name is Ryan, and welcome to my non-spoiler review of Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, I just got back from seeing this movie, and overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Probably a lot more than I had originally anticipated. I need to learn to stop listening to other people's reviews before I go see movies, because I had heard that it was kind of iffy, or that it wasn't as good as the first, and I really liked the first Ant-Man. However, for me, and this is, well, in my case, I thought that the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie was better than the original Ant-Man. And that might be for one reason and one reason only: the Wasp. Like in the first movie, we see Evangeline Lilly play Hope Van Dyne, the daughter of Hank Pym, who is played by Michael Douglas, and we finally get to see her play her role as the Wasp in this movie, and my god, she is fantastic in this movie. Almost, I would rather say that she kind of steals the show 100% more than Ant-Man would. I think that she's more interesting on screen because she's been trained for so many years with the Wasp technology, and as in the first movie, we see her training Scott Lang, aka Paul Rudd. So she is absolutely fantastic in the movie. She is the one reason alone you should go and see this movie right now. But that's not to take away anything from Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is amazing in this movie. We just got a lot of him in previous films, such as Ant-Man and Captain America: The Civil War. Scott Lang, who is, like I said, portrayed by Paul Rudd, he's awesome. He's brings a lot of the family aspect into this film with his daughter Cassie. Obviously, I'm not going to go into spoilers or anything like that, but it is exactly what Marvel Studios needed after the big juggernaut that was Avengers: Infinity War. Granted, Ant-Man and the Wasp takes place before Infinity War, but after the Civil War. Clarification, there you go. There were many times in this film where I just found myself busting out laughing, whether that was something from either Michael Pena, who I'll touch on in a little bit, but also Paul Rudd doing just classic Paul Rudd things. He once again proves that he is perfect as Scott Lang. He was meant to play this role. He's absolutely awesome in the movie. I loved him. I think that many people would agree that he's just amazing in the movie. He was born to play Scott Lang. He brings a lot to the character that I don't think we would have otherwise if he was portrayed by another actor. A lot of the heartfelt family moments in this movie actually come from Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas, who of course play Hope Van Dyne and Hank Pym. You see a lot of that in the first movie, however, they go a lot more in detail with that in this movie, which I, for one, really appreciate. I really liked them in the first movie, and they're so much better in this movie because we get more attention with them, we get more screen time, and there's a lot more heartfelt, deep story with these characters. Now, I know I've been hyping up this movie a lot, but it does have a little bit of issue, and I don't necessarily think that it takes away from the movie. Obviously, you have to have a villain because it is a comic book movie, and for the most part, that villain is Ghost. I can't remember the actress who plays her, but I thought she was great in the movie. I heard a lot of iffy things saying, oh, well, she's not that great of a villain, she's typical Marvel villain, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing in this movie. Obviously, she pushes the characters, but the main focus of this movie is on family. It's on caring for one another and pushing for family moments and being the best person you can be, and I think that when you look at it, obviously we just came off of Infinity War, so Ghost is nothing like Thanos or Eric Killmonger or even the likes of Loki. She doesn't need to be that. She's just there to help tell the story, to help motivate and push the characters along the way. So I don't necessarily think that Ghost deserves all the flack that she's getting. She was amazing. I loved the actress that played her. I think that a lot of the scenes that you see her in, like you feel for her, you understand exactly what she's going through. Again, I'm not gonna say exactly what she's going through. I'll leave you guys up for that detail because it is heartbreaking, a lot of the stuff that goes on with her. But I understand why they went with kind of a lighter villain for this movie, considering we did, like I said, come off from Thanos, Killmonger, Loki, and so on. As mentioned earlier, Michael Pena reprises his role as Luis here in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he was fantastic in the first Ant-Man, and I think he's almost even better in this movie. I was a little worried that they were going to play into his character a little bit too much, However, I think that they balanced it very well. Marvel Studios has not let me down with that, I don't think, ever before. So I really appreciated that. I absolutely loved him in this movie. He has many great moments, and he's not there to just be funny here and there. Obviously, that's kind of what his character is. However, he helps push the story. He has involvement with the story. So they made his character a lot better. He had more dynamic in this movie itself. On behalf of the technical side of the film, I thought that it was filmed very great. I absolutely loved the directing of the movie. I thought that it was done very well. Pacing was very well. The visual effects are absolutely stunning, which by obviously seeing the trailers, you know that they go into the quantum realm. You see some of that in the first film. They dive into that a lot more. The visual effects are absolutely stunning. If you have an IMAX theater near you, definitely go and see it in IMAX, because certain scenes in the film are formatted for the IMAX screen, and it's absolutely awesome to see it take up that full screen, to get that full color, the full sound. It's just amazing. It's a really good immersive experience in this movie. Marvel Studios never let you down with that one. So overall, I really enjoyed Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp. Definitely need to go see it again, as a lot of people are kind of iffy on it, on whether or not it's better than the first Ant-Man. The first Ant-Man is a great film, but is Ant-Man and the Wasp better than Ant-Man? Let me know in the comments down below. Personally, right now, I think I do like it a little bit more than the first Ant-Man, but the first Ant-Man gets better with every watch, which I'm sure is how this film is. Like I said, I really enjoyed Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas. Didn't even get to touch on Michelle Pfeiffer. Loved Michael Pena in this movie. Such a great cast, great story, great film. Absolutely loved it. If I was having to give a rating on it, I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. You must go see it now. So I want to thank you all for watching my review of Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp. Are you going to go see it this weekend? Are you going to wait for matinees, for crowds to die down? Let me know down below. And like I said, let me know if you think that it is better than the original Ant-Man. Definitely want to know. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next review.